Hello, everyone. Happy Labor Day. I figured that this Labor Day we need to get a lot out of our chests. Specifically, me. I want us to talk about the labor market and how that is affecting recent graduates, whether you have an associate, certificate, a bachelor's degree, a graduate degree like a master's degree, a Ph.D., or a doctorate degree. I want us to have an honest conversation about what the labor market really is. Now, according to Forbes and the Small Business Administration.gov, all employment in the US, about 99.9% of all jobs in the US are small businesses. And small businesses account for 46.4% of the private sector payroll, which means that of all the 33.1 or 2 million jobs created in the US, 27.1 million out of that are small businesses, which means they have no employees. So it is safe to say that recent graduates are graduating into the workforce or the labor market, and they are basically competing uh, for companies that have no employees, meaning they are small businesses. Now, in the US, for a business to be considered a small business, it has to have 500 or less employees, which are the non-manufacturing companies. It can also range from 100 to 1,500 for some small business companies. Now, in places like Europe, if you have 50 or less employees, or a company has 50 or less employees, then they consider that to be a small business. Now, let's get into another facts. According to the Small Business Administration.gov, this fact is from 2022, April 26, 2022. Small businesses created 9.6 million net new jobs from from the year 2000 to 2018, which is just under 65% of net new jobs of job creation in the US. Large businesses created 5.2 million net new jobs. Now, let's talk about the COVID-19 pandemic and the impacts. The first 2 quarters of 2020, which is the COVID-19 pandemic, hit small businesses the hardest, which accumulated into over 9.1 million jobs lost for the small businesses. Now, when the vaccines were ready and people started taking the vaccines, it allowed small businesses to be open, so which meant that a lot of people were going back into the workforce. Now, small businesses grew after the vaccination by 5.5 million jobs, making up for the 60% of job decline or job loss during the early pandemic. Now, since the year 2000 to 2025, or since the year 1995 to 2021, small businesses in the US have created over 12.9 million net new jobs, making it 2 out of every 3 jobs added to the economy. So it is about time that we start telling students, your kids, your friends, your loved ones, that now is the time to really train for advanced skills, because in the economy, chances are that if you're a graduate, you are going to end up working for a small business. Now, how do you make sure that you meet the skill requirement? Is by you training for advanced skill set so that you can align your education with your skills development and career aspirations. Take care.